So people, yeah, I'm in my kitchen right now. It is 1:45 on Monday, September 18th. I just felt like I wanted to go live. Oh, this isn't live. Okay, my bad. By the time you see this on Facebook, it'll be different timing, obviously. But I wanted to do this for the YouTube community. I mean, whatever. It's basically the main reason I'm doing this. I wanted to honor my friend. Um, she's just a little bit younger than me by, let's see, 8 months, right around 8 months. 8 months and 4 days. Yeah. So I'm 39. She didn't get to make it to her birthday. I'm not here to be disrespectful in any way. I'm not here to gossip, talk shit. If anything, I feel bad. I hope this could be some kind of wake up message for, like, basically awareness. I don't know how she died. We don't know yet. But I feel like it has, and I don't know. I don't know. So, again, this is not to disrespect at all. I'm not doing all of this. I told people so they would know that she passed, and just like I'm telling you, I don't know. But it could be either abuse, drugs, and or both. But I don't know this. I have no idea. I've not seen this girl in years. But I do know that that's a whole thing with a lot of people. You try to just have money for your children, for your family. I mean, before you even have kids, period, you might get caught up in that life. You might get caught up, keep doing that because you need money. And nowadays, you see how shit is. Um, but abuse is very hard to walk away from. And I've gone through it. I'm sorry about my stupid fire detector. Hold on, I'm gonna do something about this. I apologize. Like, uh, if your fire detector, you need to. Yeah, I know. I will replace my battery because this is a whole thing right here, and I don't want you to think I don't care. So I know I'm not the only one who has this fucking problem. Okay. Anyway, I was waiting. I was halfway waiting for the shit to fall when I put it over there. Anyway, just the whole the focus and not annoyance. This is. Anyways, I'm here to show and pay respect to my friend. But again, it's just you see things. You don't know what you don't. Like, yeah, you don't know until there's a coroner report. But then, yes, my shirt is all kinds of tore up, and I really don't care that much. Like, it is what. It's not like I don't care, but it is what it is. That's the thing my friend admired about me. She's not because of like, oh, I'll just wear what I. No, she told me this before that she admires that I don't care, like certain things like that, like not this particularly, but whatever. She respected me for that, like, and admire me for that. And I admire her for a lot of things as well. Just being real, coming to me and letting me know things, and just like I would do the same thing, is we didn't have the most perfect friendship, but who does? But let me just start before I get into all this other shit. I know Laurie from. Oh, kid, my cat's just funny. Yes, the lighting outside turns. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? It feels like it's got like crazy Halloween vibes or something. Anyway, my cat is right here. If you can see her whiskers, come here, say hi. This is Kiddo, my little stuff. Okay, so anyways, I met my friend. I was like 10 years old, when I was 5th grade. I lived in Hamburg, New York, which is like right near, it's in the suburb of Buffalo, that's again. She came to Buffalo, or to Hamburg from the city. She might knock the freaking the tablet over, I don't know, but anyway, hit him over your butt. Oh, at least she's helping keep the lightness in the situation. So anyway, you know, sometimes when you move somewhere or you're new somewhere, you want to be, included, and sometimes people, if you're a little different, people can sense and whatever. And yes, I am pregnant. I'm not just fat. And even if I was, who fucking cares? Because then again, here we are, like I said, I've been bigger than I am now anyways, and when I wasn't pregnant, I just was shaped a little bit differently, but I am just about pushing 5 months, and I'm happy about it. I'm having a girl. But anyways, back to my friend. So, yeah, she came to Hamburg, and, I was nice and friendly with her, and not everybody was, like, a lot of people is, like, kind of, they just, and just like anybody, we all have some kind of issues or whatever, but it's funny because Laurie had a lot of friends, a lot of people who looked up to her from Lackawanna, Buffalo, wherever. People like would meet her and just like gravitated to her and they just, she had a lot of life and was fun and but when she came to Hamburg, at first some people was just like snubbed her and stuff. And I'll admit, I did kind of, in a way or in a sense, a small way, I may have lost some of my friends when I became friends with her. But I guess in a way then that wasn't meant to be if you think about it, because I've gone through some stuff from, as a young adult, and if you might know, but you probably don't really understand or know entirely. If you do know entirely, then you understand. Sometimes you have to keep growing, you have to teach yourself, you have to find ways. You meet people, you teach each other, you help each other to grow. Because our families aren't always going to do that for us. I try, if anything, I've become a better mother because of that. No, my friend in particular, she has a wonderful mother, and I'm so sorry, and she has some wonderful kids, and it's so sad, but, it is a problem. That's another thing. So here we can talk about drug use can be a problem for people, but so can abuse, like I said, domestic violence and stuff. But also, when fathers are absent, that can also be a problem. Now, at the same time, mother, father, whoever, if they're not right and they don't have their mind right and they don't know how or don't want to take care of children right, or they want to manipulate or do stupid stuff that's not healthy, then they shouldn't be around. My situation, with this baby in particular, I'm doing this on my own because I'm washing clothes in case you're wondering what's going on. It's like the clothes had stopped and then it was like still like mad water, so I put the spin cycle on again. I'm like, okay, here we go. Anyways, so it can be tough. It might seem like, oh, I got my shit together. Honestly, it's not that I don't. We all could want more and all of that type of stuff. And that's, you do have to strive for that. But I'm far from rich. I'm not like some YouTuber making all this money or something. Yeah, Some of my videos have blown up a little bit here and there. Hey, that's cool. I'm happy about that. You want that. But my ultimate success or dream is just that to have the world be a part of my music that I work hard to make. I want to provide that for others. Like, here's a beat and whatever. But in order to really make that happen the right way, you either have to send me your voice clips, like through Facebook or something, and then I can put you on a beat, because I do that with my friend Alice. We've done that quite a bit, and I've made a lot of good music with her. I've done that with my sister as well, Megan. um, I've done that with my ex, like me, so there's a lot we can all do. If you want to do things, this is 2023, but I want to get back to my friend and talk about one of her really good talents. Besides that, like I said, people were drawn to her. She was a great hairstylist. Like, she could really, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'll explain to you in a minute. She could freak your head. Okay, this is not what I'm talking about. I can style my hair a little bit or whatever. She could really braid your hair, braid the hell out of it, and make it really fucking nice. Like, excuse my language, not here to cuss or disrespect at all. It's just, she could freak your head. And I just recently said something, and I didn't get a response about it. I think she was going through stuff. Relationships can really be a problem, and nowadays I was on T-Boz, from TLC. I was on her Facebook. I know it's funny you hear this Facebook thing as I'm talking about T-Boz. She may or may not respond. Let's see real quick. I said a bunch of stuff. I actually said something disrespectful. Oh, my baby father said something. Anyways, so I'm done. I have to call him or whatever, but this is important. I just want to get this out. I just feel like the world is like, it doesn't have to necessarily be all like about men controlling stuff, because us women do run some stuff, but there's so much old school stuff. The old school shit is kind of grasp on and keep it a certain way. At the same time, new school is like trying to attack and like bring all of this, but it's like the old school is trying to control and manipulate in their ways with the new it's just all like a fucking huge battle. I'm an 80s baby, 84. Okay, we have a different, I don't know what it is exactly, if we grew up with some of the old school stuff, but then we're right there with the new school shit. But everybody has had to adapt anyways and figure it all out. But anyways, like I was saying about my friend, has this talent that I was saying recently that her and my cousin Ashley, it would be nice if they would have been able to get together. Like, she could have, taught Ash some stuff, because Ash can braid. But she really could use, if she would have had her, Laurie's guidance, she would have really been able to, like, just show her how to, like, just really, really hook it up and all of that. And they could have, there's a lot of stuff. I just hope anybody and everybody watching this, I hope this is a fucking wake-up call for you. Again, I'm not trying to cuss. I tried for years, and I made music, for the last couple of years, and I was like really not trying to cuss at all if I could really help it. And then I kind of just was like, eh. But the Bible will tell you to speak in a language that so they can understand. So sometimes it has to be said. I try not to cuss around my kids. I'm not perfect, but my kids know not to, the teenagers a little bit. It's like, our society is a lot worse than a couple of cuss words, honestly. But I teach my kids to be respectful and decent and do what they need to do and be kids, but be mature. Like that, all of this, everything in this life in this world you have to find the middle ground. No matter what society tells you, and people can always just sit there behind a computer or a phone and just say this and whatever. Yeah, whatever. Actually say something that's going to be helpful and do something that's going to be helpful. But anyways, like I said, I'm here to show respect to our friends, you know. So if you knew her, you would know she was great. She got caught up with shit just like anybody else, but she shouldn't be chastised her whole life and her afterlife and all of that, you know. Just like who hasn't been through shit? But also, I know that I've dealt with discrimination in different forms, and I still deal with it, like in different forms. For one thing, without getting into all of my life and my past, or my friend's life and her past, for me personally, like, okay, here I am, I make music, I don't, when am I supposed to get some fucking money for it? Again, plus like, time and a place and a reason, like, you know, you're gonna get aggravated sometimes. I can't sit here and be all fake, and that's what I'm talking about. No disrespect to T-Boz, you know, from TLC. I was on her page. She said something about only liars, only liars say something about they don't trust anyone. I understand to an extent, but no, like, that is not a great statement. That's not accurate. I wasn't the only one who disagreed with it. There was a lot of people. I'm not gonna here to kiss any celebrities' asses, honestly. I'm just not. I mean, if anything, what I ended up saying was, you know, like, did some, not a self-righteous man, but basically along those lines, did some man say that, you know, for you, or, because I'm sorry, like, everything you learn about the music industry, like, you have to kind of read between the lines. If you don't know something for a fact about this person or that person, whatever, but read between the lines about everything and how it is, and then the stuff that you do know for a fact is like, okay, this is crazy. Like, how are you supposed to get somewhere if you don't have a good sufficient amount of funds? Like, if you have kids, if you can't work, it's like there's a lot of things. It's not that I couldn't work, I need to straighten out because of some debts I have and things like that. It's not that, you know, it's not like nothing that can't be done, but I need, you know, all of that, the law and everything on my side, because I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm trying to be a good mother and just a good person, representative for society. I am law abiding and whatever. Like, oh, that makes me, like, society teaches you to, oh, if you're doing the right thing, then you're not cool with something. Hold on, So in case you're wondering, like, the reason why the lighting went like that is because it is raining outside right now. But I could turn the light on right now, but considering that we're talking about my friend who passed and it's sad, and I kind of like how everything is looking. Like, it's just, it is what it is. Like, death is no joke. I know people really broken down over this stuff. You know, it really affects your life. If somebody leaves this world, it affects you. And, like, even though I haven't been around this girl in years and she moved away, it's just sad, because not only is she leaving her mom behind, her kids, she was her mom's world, and vice versa, and the kids, and they was just a family, and it seemed like they was happy. But again, you know, the more you read into it, you'll see, like I said, I do believe there was abuse, and I've dealt with that. And oftentimes this stuff can be like See, it's starting to rain harder. Like, oftentimes, it's not spoken on, it's not dealt with properly. The people, like, we have to do something about this stuff. I was just lucky enough that I was able to get my life back and do things the right way. Part of it was going to jail in 2016. It's not a great thing, and I was not a very great person to be around for fellow inmates. Like, maybe a little bit, but then I was also a little bit crazy to deal with. You know, everything I went through made me the person I was, which is was like not as balanced. Like, I'm a lot more balanced and well now. I channel a lot of stuff though. I just make my music and it helps me. I talk about things. I can do that. But also I don't think people really. It's not all fairly communicated. Abuse. It's not that the person abusing is it's all their fault. But I'm not making excuses or anything. What I'm saying is that besides the person getting abused, getting help, which there's really not enough of that, the other party needs help, obviously, and there's really not enough of that. That's sending the message that it's okay for that person to keep living like that. In a way, and I know this is a terrible example, but it's just what it came to mind, and I'm just saying, like, that's like saying, like, oh, it's okay for a pedophile to just not be watched and observed in society, like, monitored. So, you understand what I'm saying? It's two different things, but that's still abuse, because that's another issue that is not dealt with. It's dealt with, but it's not, because I know people, we all know people who are sex offenders, and whether it's like the highest, worst, or the lowest. Yes, Nikki, I will have to say this, what you said, that it's true, that they are all, like, it's all, what it is. Just like mental abuse is not good, like physical, none of that is good. We all have learned behaviors. There's all things we need to break behaviors, fix behaviors. All of this goes with we need to have healthy mentality. But again, I'm not even trying to get into all that other mess. But again, this is when I was in jail. I read, about abuse. It helped me, and I was able to put my foot down. Like, oh, okay, you wasn't there for me when I was in jail, so that's my excuse right there. Like, nope, we're not ever getting back together. And I'm not even being mean. I'm like, that's the whole point. Whatever you want or need, you have to put your foot down about, period. I'm not here to disrespect anybody, because he was not the only one I dealt with abuse, and that's what I'm getting at. My friend, she had this abuser, this one, and these are relationships. I'm not here to disrespect her in any way. I'm only here to bring awareness. Again, I don't know how she died yet. We don't know yet. And I really don't think she was like really on some heavy drug use. If there was any, I know she smoked marijuana. At least I think she was still, doing that. But I don't know. She was not near me. I know I've had my issues sometimes. I smoked weed in the past. I didn't do it for years, then I did it for like a year. Whatever. But I'm done. Like, I'm good on that. Like, honestly, we're all gonna have hard times or feel like the more that you are in a sober mindset and you are just like you want to fix your problems, and that's not doesn't mean it's all gonna get better overnight and that you're gonna just be perfect. You can't burn yourself out. You don't want to do that. You want to just do what you can when you can and feel good about it, but you're gonna feel like shit sometimes. Honestly, I kind of felt like shit all weekend, but I still did things. But like I really thought about my friend, and I thought about things. That's my cat. My cat plays water hockey. She takes her water bowl and like the other. I seen a commercial about a cat who was just like knocked shit off the table, knocked over a jelly sandwich, and like this is a real commercial, but it's, you can tell the cat really does this shit. Anyway, that I'm glad my cat isn't that bad, but she will get fucking water everywhere. But whatever, you know, she's a good cat. Anyway, back to everything else here. We all gotta grow and learn from anything and everything. We all want a better life, right? I don't get all these props from everybody. Oh, you're so right. If I was a celebrity, and I'm like cha-ching, blinging, making all this fucking money, then I would get more attention. And I don't want anybody to just agree and just come out of their ass and kiss my ass. Like, you can, it's okay. We can have some disagreements and stuff like that. Or you can offer whatever advice. It's just, I just want this to be real. I'm here to help, and I know that we all want to help. It's in our nature, but at the same time, the world makes it so it's like, well, if you're just like, well, fuck you, to me, it's like, fuck you, then why should I help? My kid from the table to the fridge. You can't really see her that well, she's up there. I like the lighting. I should turn my light on, but it's a sad moment. It's raining it's raining pretty hard outside. Which, whatever, I guess is meant to be for me to do this right now because I'm gonna end up maybe leaving the house. And I wanna like do things today and not be like in the house. There's things I need to do, but do I want to be caught out in the rain? No. It's not that see, that's the thing. We all have things we need to do. Just do a little here and there, and then the more you'll get used to doing that, and then you'll do it every day. It'll be so much easier for you. But the more you slack on it, the more it becomes overwhelming, the more it becomes harder. My son was feeling a little overwhelmed with starting college, but he, isn't this nice for the sound of rain? It's just calming. Anyways, I explained to my son that you do what you gotta do. You can do this. You need help, you ask for it, like with his teachers or other students. We're all there to help each other. And that's a beautiful thing with like a college classroom setting. It's more mature, and you're there to really, like, you really want that education and stuff. He was very excited about that too, and he's doing well. That's where he's at right now. He's doing his thing. And I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of all my kids, and I want them to do well, and I'm there for them. My daughter, Jayla, started high school this year, and she made a post on Facebook recently. I feel bad. Like, I'm not trying to put our business out there, but she was just feeling sad because some stuff with her school, but it's being addressed. I'm not going to put our business out there, but I just wanted to say something so you don't think something is wrong. Like I said, it's being handled. It's definitely being handled. We all want to swoop in and fix our kids' problems right away, but everything is a process, and just like Malachi is concerned about financial aid, it's like, well, we have to wait on these people, apparently, so it is what it is, but it's all being handled. You don't want to stress yourself out. Okay, so like I'm pregnant, my blood pressure is like a little bit, but again, that's the best thing you can do is handle what you need to handle. All with time, take your time, but don't, delay too much. Do what you need to do, which you need to do, whatever it is, big or small. Do this here and there. Pace yourself, but don't replace yourself. Oh God. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that just came out of nowhere. Come on, Kid'em, 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 come here. I love you, so yeah, anyways, what you see, Kid'em? What you see? What is it? There was like a little fly in here. It was like a gnat, but there's not like a lot of that up in here or anything. It was just one freaking fly. I could have killed it any time. I figured, how Kim just that she would want to.